Yes, Nemo, you made it. You made it. I don't even know why I'm attempting it. Let's go. Yes, I am, I guess. So we already know my quest to Joitsume, indeed. We're gonna chase the king down to this square. So we already know that it's not a mate because of this check doesn't work because we will have 4 knights in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think I also came to conclusion that this check doesn't work because the king just escapes. And then once we check him again, he escapes, and this horse cannot really like go to any square that would support this check. Neither does the knight in hand help us. So my conclusion was we want to arrive at this position little bit different, which is by sidestepping. When you did the last check, you didn't know there are multicolors. Yeah. When we did the last check, so now I'm at the position where we can force them to give us another piece, and they have everything. No, you don't have to type it out because we're gonna solve it. Because they don't have a knight in hand anymore. They dropped 4 of them. So here they need to drop either pawn, lance, silver, gold, rook, which all move forward, which gonna checkmate the king as the pawn did. And the bishop can be dropped from far away. Yes, it would be here. And just checkmate the king by turning into a horse. So whoops. In that check, they are actually not able to drop a piece here. And therefore they will just run. So that's the conclusion I've had from Hot Noodle stream so far. And then we have a horse here, which makes all the difference, right? Now, if we make a check, king runs. Now we can take this token and get a pawn in hand. So that was the line I was reading. I mean, if anybody asks, I would have to explain it all in more detail. But yeah, but we decided that the only possible solution is that they, on the red squares, they're gonna block us with 4 knights, and then they're not able to block us because of that, because they run out of pieces. So as we take the, so let's do it like this. We have a dragon. We just move the horse here, and the enemy king is here. We have 4 knights and 1 pawn. And now if they run, it's a checkmate, right? I assumed, actually. I didn't read it. Okay, I assumed that checkmate, but I didn't read it. Let me read it. This isn't actually a checkmate. Okay, so... Ew, well, it is. No. Anyway, they have 2 options. Drop something here. This one I'm gonna omit. Or run. Now they cannot drop pawn. They cannot drop lands. They cannot drop knight because they don't have one. No, neither is this a legal move. The rook. Yes, technically it's possible. No, it's not as well. Yeah. Okay, let me calculate again. Yeah, I got confused again. So if they drop something here, and it is not something that can move to either of those squares, which is small pieces, so pawn and lance, then we make a check, they go back, we make a check, they go here, and now that we have this pawn in hand, we are able to checkmate them the same way as before, and this piece is not gonna stop us from doing so. Does it? Yeah, because the horse will be here, and we're gonna checkmate them like this, yeah? So that's the logic, my logic so far. So as they drop the piece, we're ignoring the escape move for now. If it's anything else, like a silver bishop, we cannot make this check with the dragon. If it's anything that goes diagonally, we cannot make this check. It complicates the facts. I'm not gonna touch it anymore for now. I'm gonna read King Escape because I thought it's obvious, but it's not. I don't see a way to checkmate this king right now. I think we're in a dead end right now. Mm. Oh, yeah. So instead of in that situation, like we can make a check, right? Because that piece is pinned. We can also take the piece, but I don't think that's gonna help us because the king will escape to the other side of the board. So in case it's check, we cannot block, we cannot run because it's a checkmate. So we will have to go back. And now there is this additional piece on 4-8 square. But the horse seems to be a little bit far away in that situation. So side note, if this piece here is a rook, I think we can take it. Yeah, because rook drop, checkmate in 3 moves. The rook doesn't work. It's rook lance, pawn doesn't work, knight doesn't exist, so it's either 2 generals or a bishop. Remember there's escape move. Now the gold, even though it's a similar piece to rook, it won't behave the same way if we take it, so it's not gonna help us. Yeah. Back once more. Maybe he just survives and this is a whole wrong variation. It's a very high possibility. But I mean, that's the only variation I can think of for the talking to be there. So that we can take it. So let's say we check, they run, we check, they can just come back. There is no development in this situation. We check, they run. The only way to do anything would be to move the horse again. But then they have a drop a pawn because now the gold is helping them. That seems unlikely as well. Cannot take the gold. It seems to me this is like basically incorrect answer. I need tea for that. I had tea in my teacup and then I put a tea in my teacup, but it was a tea bag. But in the teacup there was a cold tea. Does it make sense, chat? But check. If they run, checkmate. Confirmed. Do you have other ways to check? Check. Runs forever. Check. They have to drop. We assume knight. We take it with the horse. They run forever. Check. Knight takes. Runs. Check. Or check. Both are possible. Drop the knight. We have to take. Runs. Check or check or check or check. You have to block. You have to run. We take. And then eventually we have check, 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 check. One of those. They have to block again. Take. They run. um, so basically our horse can be anywhere along those squares. That's interesting. For the next check, yeah? No, I assume it's not one of those. For a simple reason of like not being able to check here because of the stalking next. I assumed it has to be one of those twos. Well, Nimio, you're the one who gave us this tsume. You have no right to complain. So basically, it's either this or this or this. Like, we could have arrived at the same point through 3 different variations. Which kind of makes this tsume a little bit suspicious, but... and then we've established that perhaps this is a better square than this. Because after this check, the king goes here. They're not gonna block it at this point. We don't have a mate if it's like this. We have 4 knights, and this is not enough to checkmate. That's what we've established. Now, this is a possible move. We can run here. And then if the horse is here, we have this additional move. The horse is here, it cannot go here. So the only option would be to make a check. King runs. And now that, if it's this position, right? If it's something like this horse doesn't help us to get this king over here. Neither does any knight or pawn that we've gotten along the way. Kind of out of its reach. So my conclusion was that among those 2 squares, this one looks more possible. Because as we make a check and king runs, this is a check, and we finally get that promised pawn. Nimio, does it sound anything correctly to you? My tea. Was it right next to the problem? What do you mean right next to the problem? Oh, you read it by mistake? Okay, that's my assumption. I don't see any other way to get to this position. Now, if we die here, I guess so there are 2 options. Either I'm wrong or I'm missing something. Yeah, I think the further the horse is, the less influence it has over the king as well. I think this is the only square among those. I think those 2 are the only ones. How many moves is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. 21. That will be 21. Now I move how many moves so far? So this will be like 1/3 in. Yeah, I think it might be one of those famous books with very long tsume. Is it Green Book, Nimio? Unless you ordered it online, it doesn't have a cover. 400 problem. I could compare it with the book I have, but Green Book. Yeah, there are 2 Green Books. They're called. This is like Shogi Zuko. The other one I forgot, but there are those 2 famous problem. Problem collections. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, where were we? Let's check. Check. Let's say they run. I assume this was a checkmate, but then they run. Kind of hard to capture them after that. Because once more, when we do this check, we arrive at this stupid position where the horse is 2 squares away and the dragon is here, and we have no way of reaching that king. It's annoying. We can arrive at the same position as well with the dragon being 1 square behind. I don't think it helps us much. So after this check, he runs here. The only other move we would have is probably again make this check. And then this time if they run, there's gonna be a checkmate. The problem is in both of those moments, they can middle block us, right? Here and here. And this is why it starts being like unlikely to be correct solution. Um, Now we have to deal with those middle blocks. Again, the rook won't work. So rook is never an option. You're struggling with gold, silver, and bishop. It's also not, I noticed they cannot drop the pawn onto this file. I think I should have noticed earlier. There is a thing where I'm gonna just play it out. There is a thing where oh, so this move I didn't notice. So we have this thing where my point was we have this thing where we check here, they have to drop. Depending on the situation, this is going to be a checkmate, right? There's a diagonal piece here. Not gonna work. The gold. Problem is that this check doesn't work. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, all those lines look like without answer must mean that I'm missing something. What was wrong? Huh? Problem with tsume is that if you get so set thinking you're right, you could end up with hour in position, just straight force it. Had it happen too, where one move area was just wrong. Yeah, I mean, but that's the point with tsume. You have to assume that you're right, else you will be lost forever. You have to trust your guts, and then if you're wrong, you're wrong. Then you just learn what was exactly wrong with your thinking to begin with, and then you learn to get better. Yeah. So I see now why the talking is there, just simply to prevent this check here with the horse. Just there for that reason. I mean, the only other way to do it is to assume we were wrong with the bishop. Oh no, sorry. And continue checking him anyway. Cannot go back. They go back. Doesn't matter. No, you just go here. Hi, lifestyle. Um, and maybe there's something we could do in this position now that we have 4 knights. Right. And try to untangle this somehow. For example, check or check or check or check. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, horrible. Thanks for asking, but horrible. So now, the cool part. Sorry, I'm yawning. Now the cool part is, if we were ever to give a check, we cannot drop a pawn or a knight. Maybe that's cool. My husband is asking me how is it going. I'm not really sure how to answer that question. Good, just solving tsume in 81 moves on stream. Dead face. All right. I'm pretty sure he will understand. So look at this, guys. This broke my mind just now. This shape is again that stupid shape where king is 2 square away from the horse and the dragon is right next to it. We already know that this is not the answer. So we can simplify it from here. Silly that is. You ever are in the same situation if you don't have something to bump one piece, bump king in the one way or another, you're done for it. Yeah. So now we do have this horse check. They have to block it, and they're gonna use the gods. Can check them again. Gonna run, and now the gold is like a perfect defensive piece. They have a blocking piece. They could drop a lance. Yes. I don't think horse is possible. The only move that we're left with is like, I mean, 2 moves. This or dragon check. This would mean that we would be in the same situation on this side of the board. Situation is a little bit different than from here because there's a pawn here and there's a token here, so maybe we could chase them somewhere. Sure, thank you. Already ate my lunch, so. We go check here. If they block us this time, nothing changes. Check, they run. It has to be this. Like, that's the only way. Continue. Now, if they were to go here, we arrive in this position, which I was considering before. But I was considering this position. Yeah, I was considering this position, I guess, same way. Or was it this one? I don't remember. I know I arrived at the similar position with something other setting. You didn't look after king to 7, yeah. That's because we don't want to think about this move. This is so not tsume looking. You don't. Your brain refuses to look at this move. Oh, good luck. All right. Yes, the brain chooses the laziest option, definitely. Like, you're thinking to yourself, if this isn't tsume, then it cannot be tsume. But this one, it's so not tsume that your brain is ignoring this as an option. Yes, I agree, Toad. I agree. This is why I had hopes in this line for that reason. That the knight somewhat gonna help us. Let me remember. Was there another way to reach that position? Because I remember thinking about it. Some other circumstance. I guess it was that. Maybe my brain went the lazy way. Okay, so I already established in my own brain that this wasn't at tsume, with the horse being here. Because of guard drop, at least. Or the disability to use the knight to chase the running king. So perhaps going to the right side, and as Toad said, being able to use the knight to support us are going to change our luck. The main 81 did Lily send you? No, believe it or not, that was Nemo. And he didn't send it to me. He somewhat was torturing Pot Noodle, I mean Shogi Lifestyle, on his stream. Was torturing him with this. So here we are, trying to. I don't know what we're trying to do anymore. Did you even solve it, Nemo? Probably didn't, yeah. Did you? Nope. So you're just torturing us without solving it yourself. Fair. You just wanted to torture him. We shall save Pot Noodle's honor by failing as well. So if only Dragon was here, that's like an easy tsume, but it's not. Yeah, Nemu said engines cannot solve it. I mean, depends what kind of computer you have and how good engine is that. Yeah, no, definitely not immediately. They have to calculate all the possible options first. Okay, it has to be this. But then I have those because when we discussed on Hotnote's stream, Nemu said I said something like, "Oh, we need to force them to give us one more piece," and Nemu was like, "Exactly. Here we are, not forcing them to do that." So now I'm terrified whenever this is a good variation. Guys, it's about solving it yourself, not with engine. Good, because that would mean maybe we're not on a wrong position in that case. Okay, so clearly this is in the mate because of this, and then this, and then this. There's no follow up. So then we have this move, or this move. Technically could be something. Wait, that looks interesting, doesn't it? I mean, it forces them to give us a piece, but because if they drop a piece here, this leads to a checkmate, right? If they... Oh god, is this exact same position but without lance? Oh no. Oh no, this is the exact same position but without lance, which means it's even worse. So I guess that's not a possibility. Unless this move changes the fact that, you know, the horse is closer. I think they can just block it, arriving at the previous position. That's also not working. It seems like this is the only move. This is the only move. If we check, we arrive at that stupid position again. The only move was this in the end. Then the king runs here, which looked very unlikely to be a mate. But we could use a knight. Or we could use a horse. Heyo. We're just torturing ourselves, don't mind. Now if they went here. I was pretty sure this was a mate somehow. Or did I completely miscalculate? Might have completely miscalculated that one as well. I thought the horse is here already. Do that if they go there, if we go here, if they walk here. Now this looks more like it. But still not exactly right. Why am I doing this again? Doesn't help us, does it? How about this? Does it help us anyhow? I mean, we are pushing him backwards, technically. Yeah. Such a stupid way to. Not gonna be a mate, but the way that the knight just chased him one way and now he's coming another is so stupid in my mind. Yeah. I mean, this is the only like variation I can see so far. Don't hate Nimu, it's his fault that we're in this situation. I mean, it is his fault, but we accepted our fate. All right. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying it anymore. Feel like my soul is being sucked out of my body at this point. We had two lenses. Well, yeah, we don't. So. Can you give your best evil chinchilla laugh? I don't know if it made it, but no, neither. I don't know if you heard it, but how do you go usually? Something like that. Start small and then you explode. Uh, Wrapping, I guess. I'm talented at breathing through my teeth. Yes. Yeah. Tell me why we're serving this here. Don't remember. Oh, and just to like give you guys perspective, um, this is move 23. So there is no hope. We don't even know if it's correct variation. There's no hope for us. Emu is not giving us any hints. There's no hope. I don't know if I mean, okay, let me phrase it differently. We will need hints as it's not possible. Okay, tell me, this variation was incorrect, right? Give me confidence what I've established is correct. All right, good. Now the only variation that we were left with was de facto. Where is it? Let's make it more difficult. This is the only variation we can go into. I left all those other moves that could be possible in this position out to make it a little bit more complex. Good. And then you gave me an unintentional hint. You said, I was thinking of dragon to 8 in this position, which gives me hope that you are also stuck on this variation. Gives me hope that we're on the same line. Although, there's also this move. So, doesn't make it simpler. Is it something stupid like this? I don't know. You saw it up to here. Oh, that's already cheating. That's cheating. But yeah, okay, yeah, we solved it so far. All right. So let's assume this is the easier variation. It's probably not, but it's probably not. But we have to assume some things. The answer key is right on the page of the problem image. Yes, but that doesn't help me any like you can always use a page to like hide it or something. Anyway, let's assume this one is the easier one. I mean, I honestly read this line like Nimio did because it looks like the only possibility, right? That's true. I thought you read it already, like the answer, before showing it, I assumed. I didn't assume you're gonna force everyone else to do the same training as you. Anyway, there's also this move to make it more complex. Basically, assuming things about Nimio is a mistake. Gotcha. Problem is, every time we drop the knight here, we block like the bishop diagonal, so I didn't like that idea. Then we might have this move. I mean, if you want to solve it together, just sit here and solve together, yeah? Okay. I assume it's this move. This looks the most complex. You don't even want to look at this one. Oh no. Oh no. So this is the main line? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I'm pretty what are the other options? There is the horse here. There is the dragon here. There's the dragon here and the horse here. Like, I see. King is what the outer ones. Okay, that's a big hint. All right. So this is the incorrect variation. All right. So let's go through the pain and suffering. We have to go through the pain and suffering in order to solve the main line, right? The idea with those long tsume shogi is that um, usually the non-main line solves contains a clue from the main line. So all those, like we already established, if the king is here and the horse is here, this is not checkmate and the same pattern repeated. Similar thing may happen. You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. Okay, this is the main line. Okay, yes, this looks very main line to me. So this is the sideline. So I'm basically trying to give myself hints by solving this sideline. And I mean, if it's the same move, let's say this one, and it goes here, and it was this one, and it goes here, it would be same line basically. So unless, for example, this leads to a faster mate, that would be optimal. So if we go here, and they go there, and if we chase him, we kind of run out of options to finish them off. Right? 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 We finish on the options, right? Just showing you this very easy variation when you run out of options. I guess this would be similar, right? We force the dragon to come here and then it cannot help us with the main line. This is not simple at all. We have this move. This is a check. Not simple at all. Ay, ay, ay. The worst move could be something like this. But it's also not obvious. Yet, way too many variations. The other option is we kind of not allow them to run there and check here, or here, or here. Then they run. And then we try to make magic from here. Yeah, people in the old times had a lot of time to come up with those, especially without computers. I don't think engine can make such brilliant problems. We're talking about, like, I mentioned those. I mean, you could probably use engine to support yourself to check the lines, but I mentioned to you the Shogizuko. Those were made like way before even computers existed, so they had to like literally write down all the variations and prove that this is the only variation leading to a win and this is the shortest variation. That was impressive. Yeah. This is not even mainline. You could argue it was matter of their honor. Yeah, they aren't. I really want to check this line where we put him into the corner over there. Like, this looked promising to me the first time. Like this. Kinda looks promising, but... I mean, let's say they go down, we have this check. Looks promising, right? At a glance. They go sideways. Might be similar thing. But I'm not sure. Doesn't seem enough. Or maybe just the dragon comes here, like controls all those squares. And now we go here. And then we go here. And we go here. And this is a checkmate, right? So this something like this would be promising. We had established this doesn't work for them. So we have those two squares, right? If they go here, I mean, technically it's the same thing. If they go here and here, just one less knight, which we had one to end up with. And if they go here, now this bishop line is blocked, so that gives a little bit of complication. If we were to go to the same line, we have one, like, not enough knights technically, right? To drop another one here. Complicates it. If they go here, even worse. Because, like, this is the only way you can continue checking, and this is the variation that I've showed before, actually. That looks really bad. God, we are already streaming for 1 hour. Do I do this to myself again? Is it fun? Is it really fun? Didn't feel like 1 hour. Yeah, those are exactly those situations. Or just resign and give up on this game forever. uh, uh, yeah. So if this doesn't work, which looked promising to be honest, but this doesn't work, that means this is the move. Instead of 3-4. Was the line, right? 1-4. So the 1-4 of me, they can come back. And I mean, they could also like go here, and then you don't have more checks, right? Would be nice to have bishop here, but wasting time in very complicated problems is one of these kind of games true delights, I guess. Yeah, so this doesn't work. But we are doing it together. This actually keeps the bishop on the big diagonal, which looks fancy. And this also blocks the king from going there. It could go here, it could go here. I mean, if we go here, this square would be in unison with both king movements. Go here. Kind of pushing him backward. And here, perhaps horse would be very useful to have. Not like it's a mate or anything, but short Kishi is better than long tsume runs. Yes. It's all. So and 30 moves from now, we're gonna checkmate the king with ease. And now let's go back to the main variation. Am I laughing or crying at this point? I bet the book had something like that written. Like, yeah, this is trivial. We're gonna concentrate on the main line. Nimio, do you have like answer to this sub-variation actually, or is it just like only main line? Just out of curiosity. It's kind of what we did on those two lines, but we're coming back. Funny. Just so as the main line. I mean, this would be a mate, right? Or am I missing something? It should be a mate, one way or another. If this isn't a mate, we have no hope left. We can try this, which is just a nitro. Try this. We bring the horse here. And this time it will arrive at that position that we talked about. But this time we're able to nudge the king. right? Toward the correct direction. This one this time would work. So this I believe is like this. We continue going down. Fuck them off. And technically something like this is amazing. So wait. Technically they have to give us a piece here. Then we could sacrifice this and like force our way in. That lead to a checkmate though. I mean, this leads, if this is not a rook or a silver or something, this would lead to a mate. If it's a silver or something, I think we are actually able to sacrifice a whole dragon here. Perhaps like just go in. Yeah, that's a mate, right? Oh, I had horse free. Ah, I see. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I overcomplicated it. But finally, this was the line that we were doing, right? Free 2, king to 2. This one. Okay. So I guess this would be a mate in that case. Did we just establish this through practice? This one we didn't do yet. So we've done king 3-2. And this, yeah. Then we had king 3-2. King 2-2. 1. Also, that was a mate there, I guess, too, earlier. King 3-2 as well. Yeah, that also was faster because of this move, yeah. This and this, king for 3. And finally, king. Why does it delete my arrows? That's something I wouldn't want to see. King for 2. So this one we didn't solve yet. So the easiest one would be something like this. But first of all, they can block it. Second of all, they can take the token. So if they block it, we can promote the knight. They take, we can go here. If they run, knight drop, king runs. This is a mate. But now this doesn't have to be a pawn. This can be any other piece, right? Which makes it annoying. I think take, knight drop. If they go here, this is a mate, right? So we have a gold now that should help us to somewhat check this king, question mark. Go here. Knight drop. Hi, Melkor. I think this. If they go here, it's a goldmate. If they go here, then trust me on it. Trust me on it. But this is mate actually. Like this. Don't ask me how it works. But this is a mate. Actually, this is the most hideous winning position I've ever seen in my entire career, perhaps. What the hell? And at the same time, because it's the most hideous, it's also the most beautiful. So, gold drop doesn't work. Everything else we just turn around and annihilate, right? According to what we've just saw previously. If it's a rook, which is also sideway piece, so we established we can take the gold actually, right? That's what it was. Established we can take it. Yeah. So rook as well, we should be able to take it with even more efficiency, more success. If previously we dropped the knight, this should be made here. Google is reminding me I should be going on a walk. And God, I don't want to. Oh my, no. We don't, no. Which is the easiest variation, brain? Okay. They go here. We can drop the knight. Just drop the knight. Just drop the knight. Yeah, easy. So knight, they cannot go here. They can go here, here, or here, right? If they go down, you immediately want to drop the rook. You go there. You lose your faith in God because there's no good checkmate from here. Because of this singular pawn. Oh, Melkor, you didn't even see the beginning position. After we solve the rook variation, I will show you the beginning position. With pleasure. Let me drop it here, actually. This is mate. Oh. This is mate. This is mate as well. Yeah, that's much easier. So, king 4-4 solved, king 3-4 solved, king 4-2 solved, king 3-2. Oh, I'll just chase it with the horse, right? Simple enough. Yeah. Then, finally, this abomination. So if we had this king, what did we decide? Here. So here, same rook would be very useful to have. Despairing a little bit. You know the beginning position? Where? So why do you say what is this abomination if you know the position? I don't understand. Which way is fine? Rook drop. You say king goes. No, but what if it goes here? Is my problem. Like this one, I don't even care. Like this one is just knight drop. Maybe your variation is better. Oh, this one. Ah, I agree. Yes. All right. So goes here, promotion. Goes here. You say token sacrifice. What if he runs? Just the horse comes in. Yeah, that's gonna be checkmate. If we take, they go here, here, and mate. All right. So that solves our problem of Melkor. Here you go. This is the starting position. We've been sitting on it for 1 hour 20 minutes. Tell me what will be your mental stability after that time. Plus the time we spent on Potnoto's stream trying to solve it. Now the question, where are the 4 knights from? That requires you to solve 21 moves tsume. So good luck, have fun. Our conclusion was I don't even know how to read those numbers. Our conclusion finally was that this line, this was incorrect, right? Was this one? This one, this. I forgot which line it was. I forgot which line it was. Which line was it? How do I find it? Oh, this one. Okay. So we established that someone called you. This is the starting position, Melkor. Yeah, Melkor, you tell me. If you wanna know where the knights are from, you have to solve 21 moves tsume. So I said good luck last time. I'm not gonna give you the answer. You wish. We spent 1 hour on it. Over 1 hour on it. So we established that after this move, which is the connotation of those moves, but after this move, I think we established this leads to a mate. Right? I don't care, Melkor. It's your reputation that's gonna be destroyed. Um, this is the main line. Is the main question. No, it doesn't look like a main line. King back. Knight 1-4 with. Guys, did we checkmate this king or not in the end? This all led to a mate, if I believe. King 3-3, I think we had problem with. So oh, I cannot comment. I would comment on it. Oh my god, it won't even save my solution because I don't think we solved King Day Nimio. I don't think we solved King Day Nimio. We solved everything else. Didn't solve this one. Which variation was it? Was it the other variation? Without this? Was it the one where we just checked? I don't think we solved this. None of those, de facto. Oh no, we just solved this one. We solved this one completely, this move. We solved it. Like we solved this, and then we came up with different answers, and here we came up with all the possible answers. And then exactly, this one is we didn't solve any of those. Oh god. Okay, but there is hope. If he goes down, this is similar to the variation we already solved. Just different position. Then this one. I think we solved this one in other position, no? It looks very, very similar. We solved something like this. And we talked about the necessity of having the knight, remember? And we solved this position in very similar but different setting. Yeah. King here. We established. I guess this is the same, yeah. So King 3-3 was the new one. Honestly, it doesn't look like a mate. Has to be knight drop or something. Right? If they go back, the same thing. If they go anywhere else, terrifying. Especially this square looks very terrifying. I cannot see a continuation from here. Uh, And this is when we had this discussion that king on knight on 1-4 should be better, but then we had this discussion that maybe the bishop should be on the main line, and this is when we checked the other variation, and we kind of made a loop. So it's hopeless, Nimu. It's hopeless. Way too hard. Way too hard. No, he cannot. Unless he knew it already because he solved it before, then yes. There's a chance he knew it already. Does this actually lead to a mate? Uh, well, we are ignoring some sub variations like middle piece and run to here. We're just ignoring those. Not big brain, but the most escapist route led to mate, yeah? Um, like this one, I don't know if it has an ending to it. They drop something on 5-5. Well, we just take it. It's even easier for this variation. If they go here is like virtually the same thing. They go sideways, then it's the same as the previous line. The problem, the fact is, what if they run here, yeah? You eat lunches very late, Melkor. I don't know if it's healthy or not, but it's so late. Bon appetit. I ate lunch like half hour and a half ago. I see. Yeah, then it's no other option, I guess. I don't know. Just noticing that we have different eating habits. I would be very hungry already at that time. Peaceful, I guess. There's a lot of yawning involved, indeed. Yeah. They're running away, Nimio. They are running away. Not to mention, they have also this square I just noticed. To make it even more exciting. So I was wondering, maybe before anything, we can drop the knight, like force them to move, and then this changes our situation. Anyhow, but I think in that case, this starts working. So it's terrifying again. And like we're missing that previous knight that was chasing away the king into third row. The other direction? Uh, we cannot do that because of the. Good luck, Shogi Block. It will get you drunk very quickly. All right, since I'm about to give up on it, let's do that. Fortunately, and see if the computer is able to find anything. But I think the problem is they're not gonna search for the tsume specifically. They're gonna just search for. Yeah, you see, like non-check moves. Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? Oh my god! Dragon. I broke the engine, guys. I broke it. Nimu, you murdered Lee Shogi. You murdered Lee Shogi. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to do. Hey, computer, wake up. No, please don't give up on me. I don't want to refresh this page. I don't want to refresh this page. No, no, I don't want to refresh the page. Uh, no, he went for lunch. Okay, 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 okay. Not okay. Oh. No. No. Broke it again. Too many lines. Computer itself is getting locked. by just too many lines. Broken. So that's not even the main line. Whenever it ends in mate or not. Pink, free, free, okay. Uh, free. I mean, it's broken, you see. Oh my god, Nemo. I have just copied the position instead of doing this every time. Ta-da! Ishe! 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 Oh, 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 check, check, check. Check, okay. 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 Not okay. And it's not a mate. Oh. I thought it found something because it went like black winning, clearly winning. Not like we have a king on the board to like allow the other side to win, but um, depressing. You're losing. King runs. Knight drop. King runs. Knight drop. King runs. Not a check. Not a mate. I was hoping we find at least one sub variation, but I think it destroyed us. I know. I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is how the solution is supposed to look. Um, just we won't be able to find it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I won't be able to find it. No, Nimio. No, unless you pay me a lot of money. Yeah, I'm really disappointed though that we cannot even checkmate this king, which looks like very checkmate-ish. You think Lily can make it though? What about knight drop? Or bishop check? Looks a little bit more promising. Yeah, yeah. 5 as well. Because we could, I mean, we didn't overcomplicate it. We learned some shapes, and now because we know those shapes, it looks simpler for our minds. Yeah. So we had to go through it so that it looks easy to us. Um, Night drop. Night drop looks a little bit overcomplicating, no, as well. How about this one? Simply. They run. Now the difference is if it's 3-3, the horse is here actually helping to contain that king, right? I don't know if it's winning, but probably is. That, yeah. So after that, clearly we cannot go down. Going to corner is also mate. So we had 3-3-1-1. We go here. I think it's the same thing. This. Now we have those non-diagonals, which gonna disable our knight. Not being able to solve something is just first step toward being able. Well, we solved it, but notice that we arrived at the conclusion that this variation is not correct, which is solving in itself, like arriving at the conclusion that something is not, is important as well. Yeah. Sucking at something is just the first step toward being kind of good at something. Yeah, I mean, the difference between sucking at something and being bad is that in one of those you're trying, and in other you do nothing. Yeah, as long as you're trying, you can get better. Now the question is, can you get as good as Fujisota as quickly as he did? Most likely not, but pick something. Still doesn't, deny your effort. So let's say this is the main variation now. And I think we have few options here, right? This and this. This we just established that this and this and this is dying. So we have those two left. Let's go to the corner because it looks more likely. Yeah, it's simple. This is beautiful, actually. Look at this. Look at this. How beautiful that is! Ah! Die, king, die! Also, if they run here, it's I mean, this is better. So beautiful. If they go here, yes, aggression levels are very high right now. So now this is irritating again because the king may run here. And it's pretty hopeless again. Pretty hopeless again. Yeah, maybe king knight 1-4, so the same move. Doesn't kind of help us. 4-4, not that check, is it? Unless you mean knight 4-4 first. This also doesn't work. The order line they could play 1-1. What? I mean, this line they can play here, and now we don't have the dragon check. Which still probably leads to mate, but the 3-2 is more of a concern, right? Maybe it's the same. Oh, you mean in the order line? Okay, now I understood. There is also the fact that the main line is this, somewhat should connect to the other line. Just terrifying. I think I'm gonna give up here. I tried my best, but I just cannot do it, even with moving pieces and stuff. I just cannot. Well, the engine even doesn't see it. So yeah, I'm reading it, but like silver drop, and you have no continuation. The night drop, king can run in de facto anywhere. This works as well. I was thinking here, but it has no continuation basically. Why I didn't like it. Just cannot believe that this isn't mate. It's such a stupid position. So irritating. Looks like a mate, but it's not. So annoying. Oh well. If the computer cannot find it, then it's fair. I think it crashed again. Very stockfish. Yeah. Can you change it somehow? Looking, there are blind pieces as well. Game behavior. Hid mode. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong then in that case. I mean, I could input the position, play Shogi, if that's what you mean. Um, Something like this. And the lens, I think I forgot. Yeah. Nothing in hand. Okay. Play. Save. Use torture. Not sure if the computer. Yeah, it doesn't have computer analysis here. I wonder. to trigger like positional analysis. Because you would need two kings, I believe, right? Or Kifu. Kifu has the computer analysis. Save this as a game. And then we have computer analysis. Did not find tsume in the allotted time. That knows it's tsume. I'm just spamming the evaluation button. Hopefully it's gonna like put one variation on the another and eventually find it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know if this program works with tsume to begin with. Also it says timeouts, I don't think it's gonna work. Oh well. Yeah. Just want. Like even if we feed it the moves that we found already, I don't think. Shogi Dokoro. Okay, Shogi. Shogi Gui I have. I have the position. And now I can consider Giko. Giko is not able to solve Tsume Shogi, I think. So it's not going for Tsume Shogi basically. Even working anymore? Yeah, it's thinking, but it's showing lens promotion. Oh wait, it found the check with the horse. Found the knight drop. Take, king runs. Let's say we go with the same variation. Knight drop again. Take, run. Check, runs. Check, takes the lens. Check on 3-9. 18-10 it says. Oh, it goes for Hishi. Oh, it goes for Hishi. In this position, guys, it goes for Hishi. In this again. At mate in 9. Giving it more time basically, but depth 20 to 28. And the depth is not changing, so I'm not sure if it's thinking or like it gave up or like the thinking time is going up. Everything else doesn't. Maybe I didn't set it up deep enough or something. I'm infinity, it says. It goes up, def 18 out of 23, and I think it gets stuck. Is my PC wiring? Yes. I don't think you can hear it, but can you hear it really? Terrifying. Yes, I did try make a tsume shogi solving engine, but it's very difficult. Because calculating all the possible drops and so on is pretty inefficient. And programming that is quite difficult as well. Somewhat you need to choose which is the best option. I assume it requires some better algorithmic, which I don't have knowledge of. I just gave up on that idea. Yeah, so after 1 minute, 30 seconds, it's still stuck on depth like 20. I'm gonna edit the position. I'm gonna add a king in the bottom of the board that's surrounded by tokens. Probably a bad idea. And I'm gonna consider that position. And it says white one position, but now it's trying to check, and it says horse to 2-9, and it's really thinking hard between which king to go, and it's saying actually black one position right now. So if we go to the corner, to the edge, it's mate in 56. Mate in 56, it found it. Go back. It found mate in 56. But the biggest problem, which is very annoying, my dear friends, is that in this position, it's very annoying, my friends. It's actually the horse. It's actually the horse move. Yeah. So it says mate in 32 or mate in 56, depending on where the king runs. If it goes backward again, it's mate in 31. I don't even know which is the correct variation anymore. Um, okay. So it's basically something like this. Oh, yeah. And of course, there's many blockades and so on possible. But if you run, they sacrifice the knight. You block with something like a middle drop, like 3-5 pawn. It's gonna be like mate anyway. You drop with any. So the problem is we don't have a knight drop anymore. So lance drop means we take it. Um, Anything else looks also really bad. Yeah. So any middle drop here, that's like very bad for them. So of course, this is not the only possible move, and there's like side steps and so on. Which are even faster, I guess, because of this. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the whole 1 hour, over 1 hour and a half, we were reading completely wrong solution. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just checking the main solution right now out of curiosity. What are they considering as the main line? At least in my computer. I don't even care anymore. Just show me the mating line. But yes, it's about using the knight. It's not as exciting as the lines that we've shown. That we saw. Oh my god. Okay. I arrived at specific position after 26 moves, and then we sacrificed the dragon, and then we still have 33 moves to go. This is ugly, Nimu. And they're like meter drops. Oh my god, this is so disgusting. Okay, I'm not ready for this tsume. It's way above my league. I mean, yes, I figure out it up so far, and I figure out that this is the only variation. And I guess as a result, we also kind of figure out, we checked all those variations, right? So we kind of figure out in our own way that this wasn't correct. So I think it's very valuable that we went through this struggle, yeah? Like we challenge ourselves in those positions that looking at makes us disgusted, and we still found some cool lines. But more important, we found why they're not working. Yeah, king 3-3 or king 3-2 were our demise. Heck, we even checkmated this king on this square or whatever. This was pretty amazing. But yeah, king 5-3 was surviving as well. I think it was valuable. So in that case, because both of those main lines didn't work, we then tried to move the horse here or drop the knight, but we stopped at that point. Also didn't look clear. So like the only correct solution is dragon is not correct to begin with. And this is where we should go next. But seeing what the computer showed me, and I played only halfway, I have to tell you, it's not worth it. It's not as satisfying. So good struggle, but I'm gonna leave it here. I don't find it as exciting anymore, basically. And I don't think I'm learning much anymore. Like we went through this struggle, we are tired, so that should be enough. But yeah, we took the challenge, we faced it head on. I think that's also important. We don't have to succeed every time. Yeah, failure is part of learning experience. It's fine. But hope you guys had fun. I definitely did. Yeah. I have to work on the castle video now, so oh yeah. I will see on the Discord. Let me check if anybody's on Twitch right now, like streaming Shogi. There was this free queue on Shogi Wars earlier, but yeah, he out. So yeah, I'm gonna finish here. Thanks, guys.